I want to share something with you that's a little bit different. It's in the area of how to really get to the happiness that you crave. All of us crave happiness. All of us want a happy life, and happiness is already within us. So what prevents our happiness? And I want to share something with you that I hear from so many of my female friends and also my clients. So are you willing to explore what is true and real in your life now? Because you see, getting to the truth can be painful, and therefore we avoid it. We avoid it impulsively. Well, why would we want to feel pain, right? Who wants to feel pain? Of course not. And yet, exploring and uncovering what is real is really the only way. And the first step is to dissolve what we don't want anymore, so that we can create a better outcome, create a better future. Ready? Ready to face questions that may feel uncomfortable? We are never really ready for it, but I dare to bring some of these uncomfortable questions to you. Questions that could bring back painful memories. And yet, not all questions will be painful at all for you, but some may be reaffirming of something that you may have conquered, or maybe even never encountered at all. But some may feel a bit raw. So here is what I want to share with you. It's a compilation of the most concerns and questions from my clients that I have put together. All of my clients are mature women around 50 or over. And of course, my show is called Your Radiant Life After 45. So it is after 45, right? So closer to 50 and over. So by sharing those concerns, maybe some trigger your inner worries and concerns as well. I also want to show you that if some of those feel really heartbreaking concerns of mature women remind you of a similar or maybe even multiple similar concerns that you have, I want to assure you that you are not alone. You see, we are a different generation from, for example, millennials, or even younger women, those belonging to the, I think it's called Generation X. Yeah, I think it's millennials and Generation X. They hesitate less, and because they are not really all that concerned to express their feelings. They feel much more free to be right up front with their feelings. But we, the Generation X women, the early Generation X women, because, you know, and the early baby boomers, those are the women that I really speak to. We had such a carefree life in a way. That the aging process that really comes almost unexpected. When you are 30 and even early in your early 40s, you don't think so much of the aging, but then 50 and later, it really hits you. It hits you harder than you may have imagined. That's how I experience this. And here are some of the complaints. The complaints I hear the most from the age group of late Gen X and early baby boomers, which are, you know, my friends and my clients. So one of them is, I hear very often, what happened to my dream? What happened to my desire for fun and adventure? What happened to my vision for more excitement and fulfillment? Because let me tell you, we women wear so many hats. We We have been there for everybody, but ourselves, there comes a point in our lives where we actually start to ask ourselves, what about me, right? And you may think that it would be so much fun as soon as the children moved out of the home. Maybe you have children, maybe you don't. But if you do, you know that there is a different life after when the children move out of the home. But what would really then bring new meaning to that new life? So the complaint is that not much changed in that aspect. Not much changed even in my love life. There is less and less feeling for a renewed love now. But emptiness, loneliness has surely arrived. Another complaint, another concern is, why am I so unfulfilled and sad inside? Especially since it looks like I have everything, and yet I'm bored to death with comfort and sameness. I have to confess that I'm also afraid to risk losing it. I'm on a roller coaster of feelings, ready and strong to embrace change, to be done with compromises, to voice my desire. And yet I'm terrified that I don't know what could happen if I did. What will others, and particularly my husband or my partner, what will my family, my children say? How will I be judged if I started to put myself first? Why am I so afraid of the unknown? Does that trigger something? Okay, it goes on. There is more. Like, I am also worried about my health. Every pinch around my heart, every pain in my belly, every time I cannot sleep, I wonder, is this it? Do I get sick? Do I even die? But I am not done yet, far from it. And yet I feel my body's painful changes as a reminder that my one way of life is getting shorter and shorter, getting shorter almost every day. And then another concern is, what is my purpose now? Where do I go from here? Is there still time for me to create a new future? But what do I really want? I have never asked that because my day was so filled with responsibilities as a mother, as a wife, as a homemaker, maybe a businesswoman. Maybe you had a small business enterprise on top of all of that. Yes, we women wear so many hats and do so many chores for so many others. Another concern is, I am worried and anxious about possible judgments from my grown children. How much do I have to still give away to them? How much do I still have to give up for my children? What about me now? Is this all there is for me? Do I really want to suppress my desire to express all of who I am or who I want to become? No. And yet, I am so scared of unleashing the full power of who I am. I don't even know who I am yet, but thinking about it is so exciting. But if I'm not able to control that unleashing, what if I make a mistake? What if I am judged? And yet, the pressure of doing nothing robs my sleep at night. And it exhausts my restless mind, thoughts that are just turning over and over and over in my mind. I have noticed some habits that I did not have some years ago. I fidget more. I talk to myself into taking sleeping pills when I can't sleep. I don't want to take any sleeping pills, but I I stay awake so much in the night, just turning over in my head all of those thoughts, all of these concerns. Too often I stay up late at night. And then I feel so tired and uninspired the next morning and all during the day. Another concern is everything just takes longer to accomplish. I just don't have the drive and energy I used to. I find relief in shopping and going out with my a little bit more audacious girlfriends. I actually don't have a real heart and soul friend. So I go out with whoever is available. There was one soul friend. There was one close friend, yes. But I did not see her true heart, her true value. I was too annoyed with her constantly reminding me of my mask, of my pretenses. Now I wish I had her near me again, had her loving guidance. But she passed away last year. When I found out, I fell into a deep sorrow and regret. The regret that I had brushed her away so easily because she pushed me to look at myself when I didn't want to look at myself. The other concern is I feel this battle between my mind that is worried about changes in my body. And every little pain sends out a warning signal that maybe I am ill or maybe that I will die soon. Part of me knows it's ridiculous. And yet I can't stop those thoughts that increase in intensity and also interrupt my sleep at night. I know that I should be happy and grateful because I have a comfortable life. But the truth is that I am angry with myself. I'm angry at my aging body with its pains that seem to be there all the time, riding on the scale from uncomfortable to freaking nagging. I protest. I don't want to accept it. But that doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. Another concern, my digestion has changed negatively too. I'm feeling bloated. After almost every meal, my waistline has almost disappeared. And my skin looks like I have shrunk on the inside and it needs to be taken in, which is ridiculous because I actually have expanded and yet not filling it out anymore. It lost its tightness, its perfect fit. I hear my clients say, I hate how my skin looks and I cannot hide it. No, you cannot. It's on the outside. And I'm not going to scar up my body with plastic surgery, I hear from my clients, like tummy tucks, arm lifts, neck facelifts, and so on. Where does it stop? Where does it all go? And where does it stop once I start this? And one thing that made me laugh is, should I ban all mirrors in my home? Every time I look at my naked body in the mirror, I want to pick up the phone and make an appointment with a plastic surgeon for a full facelift and body reshaping. And then there comes that outcry. I need some support with the issues I have with my body. And my clients and my friends share with me, these days I'm wandering aimlessly through what used to be some of my favorite designer department stores and boutiques. I look at the sizes 6 and 8 dresses and trousers that used to look so chic on me. And now it's size 10 and sometimes even size 12. The chic is gone. I don't like my silhouette in the dressing room mirror anymore. Can you relate to any of this? But then there is more. And not about the body anymore. That's finished. I hear my clients and friends say, I care about the environment and justice and world peace. I stopped discussing politics with my husband. His views are so far off. Even my children tell me how to vote. Even that brings conflict into my life. And we all know the world today is full of conflict and opposition. It's so sad, and it really shouldn't be in your home. And the worries go on, saying, if I would have the courage, I would leave this life that has so little meaning to me now. Of course, that is very, very troubling and sad. And she shares, sometimes when I have 2 or more glasses of wine and still cannot sleep, I may add a glass of hard liquor, which feels so smooth going down. But how can I stop the pain of being alive while feeling dead inside, or so troubled and so raw and painful inside? But the word suicide sounds so crass in my mind, so I add a sleeping pill and be out and numb for at least the next morning. And she continues, I have so many nagging questions in my mind. I hear them in my head. I hear them over and over and over again. Am I still relevant? Am I still attractive? Am I still lovable? Can I still find joy and happiness at my age? Can I still feel truly confident again? Can I still change my life so that I can be fulfilled again? Is there still hope for me? I want to stop feeling so anxious and confused. I want to stop hurting my body with drugs and alcohol. I want to feel light and free and filled with joy and silliness. I want to dare to live full out. My heart knows that I have so much more to give, even though my mind is filled with doubts and anxieties. I know that I have so much more to experience, she says. My heart hurts from the longing to be free. I know that I need to take steps to bring about change. I know that I must ask for help, but I'm not doing it. Why? Well, who can I trust? Where do I find an angel, in a mentor or a coach that discreetly could help me unload my burden? Okay, here it is, she says. I need help. I have heard all of this that I shared with you right now for so long. And, you know, it's amazing that, for example, with myself, of course, I went through all of this as well. And then there came a time when I asked myself, why did I never ask my mother about how she felt going through all of this? But you see, usually that generation, which is now called, because I'm a baby boomer, that's the silent generation, and they didn't speak about these things. So I never asked my mother, and she never shared it with me. But it is so important that we really understand all of this and share it with the women we feel close to, and also a mentor or a coach that can help us with all of this. And I'm sorry if listening to me triggered some of your own pain and sadness. But here is the truth. We must face reality first. And then we can get clarity about what we must change. And mostly that means that we must let go of something, drop something. Because happiness is always there. It is your true nature. It is my true nature. It is our true nature. And when we are not happy, unhappiness means that you have added something that makes you unhappy, or covered up your happiness with limiting beliefs, with illusions, with false assumptions. The truth is that you and I and all of us can be outrageously happy. I call it kick-ass happiness. The kick-ass only comes in because as we get older, we get more relaxed, more sedentary. We are more set in our ways. Not only physically, that we kind of slow down. I mean, you know this, right? Maybe not yet. I don't know how old you are. And for me, that really didn't show up until I was in my late 60s. But we need to kick that laziness, that being set, that being in that groove of doing the same things over and over and then start worrying. We need to kick that to the curb, yes? And take inspired action. Because as soon as you make the decision to get help and create a plan, and that plan should be a success path to your desired outcome, the feelings you want to experience, the physical changes you want to see, and on, all of this should be on that success path. As soon as you take the first step even, everything already starts to change for the better. And the surprisingly wonderful thing is that you don't have to wait for the end result to feel inner happiness. It is actually the very acting, the very progress, the very, as soon as you start on that path and just put one foot ahead, not on front, one step ahead of the other, just put one foot in front of the other, step by step. As soon as you make progress, any progress, you produce happiness. That's the happiness you really crave and you deserve. Because I know how it feels when you reach your desired outcome, when you reach a goal. It's amazing. Yes, you celebrate. It's ecstatic. You are so happy. Tremendous happiness. Yes, yes, yes. For how long? Maybe, I don't know. But there must be something that comes afterwards, something that continues. Something, if it doesn't come from that, then it needs to be something new. So true happiness is not the end result, but it's the path, it's the progress. Yeah? And I really was never as much aware of it as I became aware of it when I attended 5 days of Tony Robbins' Unleash Your Inner Power. I don't know if you have ever been part of one of his events. They are exhilarating. They are outstanding. They are so motivating. You are so on fire. And with all of this, you think, oh, yes, I need to, yes, I have a goal. And yes, I'm going to reach that goal, and you visualize that goal, and it's already done, and you're already there, and you're celebrating. But here is the secret. It is, yes, you celebrate this, but the secret is that as soon and as long as you make progress, that's where your happiness is. When you stop, it stops. You can take a rest, you can take a pause, but progress is happiness. And I want you to write this down because it's really profound. And after you've written it down, just create your own visualization about it. Create your own examples of how this would look for you. Progress. For example, when you want to lose some fat, lose weight. I never like to say lose weight because, yes, of course, if you're very overweight, then you need to lose weight everywhere, but you don't want to lose muscle, right? Because muscle weighs more than fat. So you don't want to lose muscle mass, you want to build muscle and lose the fat. So if you want to lose fat, if you want to, take fat off the areas that you don't like to see it anymore, you have to make a plan in your eating, in your exercising, in your sleeping, in all of these areas. And we have talked about it, and we'll talk more about the health aspects of all of the health aspects. So you make a plan, and as long as you make progress on that plan, there is an excitement. And that excitement is some kind of satisfaction that you are progressing, that you are moving, that you are moving into the direction of your goal. Yes, and that creates the greatest amount of happiness and satisfaction. Okay, so make your move. Get in touch with me. Let's create your success path together if you like. I am here for you always. So until next Saturday, I wish you so much love and happiness. This happiness is already there for you. As I just told you, as the famous Tony Robbins says, your life does not happen to you, your life happens for you. Remember that. Your life happens for you. Bye for now. In the next episode, I want to go a little bit deeper into the different concerns that I shared with you today. Okay, so until then.